Is my presentation already?
Okay, can you start? No? Okay.
Uh, so, good morning, everyone. Good morning also to I'm Mr. Hery and then my friends also. So today, our group is group 4 from class 9303 will present about sexual harassment. So, before I started, I will introduce about our member. First, me, Serwina Tiara Sensato, and then my friends Alia, and then also my friends Anya, and then my friends also Falsa. So, first, I will give you a definition about the sexual harassment. Before I start it again, I will tell you about our presentation today. Is it about what is definition about sexual harassment, and then the point of social harassment, or and then the third is about the differences about sexual harassment with sexual abuse or sexual violence, and then what should we do if we got the sexual harassment on public. So the first is a definition sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is any unwanted sexual act, request for sexual acts, and then verbal or physical acts or gesture of a sexual nature, which makes a person feel offended, humiliated, and intimidated. And then sexual harassment can take a various form. It can involve conduct such as sexual abuse, and then unwelcome touching, hugging or kissing, request to perform sexual act, and then such as command or jokes, and also this is we mentioned about the verbal or physical statements of committing or gesturing to describe sexual act, and then the degrading sexual behavior, unwanted sexual behavior. And next, yeah.
Okay, in this slide is explain difference between sexual violence and sexual harassment. Sexual harassment, as described in the previous slide, sexual harassment is cycle or non-cycle acts. Sexual violence acts such as harassment and threats. Next, in this slide, so on this slide, I will explain the definition of sexual violence. The acts of degrading, insulting, or attacking action against the body or relate to lust that can give impact in suffering physically, psychologically, and sexually so that it can harm socially, economically, culturally and or politically. And beside that, there are several examples of acts of sexual violence. 1. Rape or sexual assault. 2. Incest. 3. Unwanted sexual touch or contact. 3. Masturbating in public. 4. Next to other without the consent of the person concerned. 5. Stalking someone without permission. Man and woman, he or she can be the victims. So it is not only women who can be victims of sexual violence or sexual harassment. Next slide will explain by Serena.
Okay. And then this for this slide, this is the impact of the impact of victim of sexual violence. We mentioned about psychological, physical, and social. And then Physiological reaction is like headache and then carry sexual problems. Like that. This is the effect or the reaction. About the physical, we have a high weight, and then infection disease, unwanted pregnancy, get injured. And then for the social is embrace, hard to trust other people, fear of relationship. So we will get the traumatic also, we depress about the act that someone give to the us, about if we don't want to, if we don't want to, and then the stranger hit us, it will make traumatic for us. And then the next.
How can I deal with sexual harassment? 1. We must dare to reprimanding firmly. 2. Report to the authorities. Incident of sexual harassment can be followed up by reporting them to the authority. 3. Tell what happened to a close friend. Telling stories to those closest to you can reduce to the burden on your mind. 4. Come to health service and sexual violence services. Checks are also needed to help victims get strong evidence from the hospital as a result of the sexual harassment the experience. 5. Don't blame yourself. Blaming oneself can lead to a sense of insecurity that can hinder the development of self-potential. Next.
How can we avoid sexual harassment? How to deal with sexual harassment? Recommend taking the step. 1. Always be alert wherever and whenever. 2. Resist and be firm. 3. Avoid lonely place. Number 4. Keep appearance. Number 5. Can learn simple self-defense technique. Nice. Thank you everyone for your attention.
Okay, thank you. Sarina, Alia, Falsa, Anya. Okay, for angels, right?
Yes.
My question is, why you take the topics harassment sexual to become your main topic in your presentation?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hery, for the question, and let me ask about that question. So, my opinion, or based on our discussion, we took this topic because now we know about the social harassment is so dangerous. In news, it did that much about the social harassment is like, we know that about the news, like someone get that sperm on the food, and then like that's that news, it make us about like it make us, we need to speak up about that social harassment, because we need to help maybe women or gay also, to avoid that social harassment in public.
Okay, so the issue about the lesbian, homosexual, it is according to the issue in harassment sexual, and why?
Okay, thank you again for the second question. Let me think first, maybe about the lesbian and the homosexual, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it also about the sexual harassment? Is the question like that?
Yes.
Okay, wait first. For my opinion is for the lesbian or the homosexual is I think it's not sexual harassment. It's just they just what sending and receiving their love with with the same sexual what is the gender, yeah. uh the sexual harassment that we fix is about like the act that like what do you merugikan
Okay.
other people's like that. So if about the if about the homosexual or the lesbian, is it because they are want each other, you know what you mean? Yeah, like
Okay. So Serena want to say that homosexual or lesbian it is sebuah dosa. It is a big mistake in this perspective. Like that, you want to say?
uh actually no, but if we talk about the social, in my opinion, no. But if we talk about the religion, is it? Yeah,
Hmm.
mistakes.
Okay, I want to correct again. In a religion, in perspective of religion, it is a big mistake. Yeah,
Yes.
but in your perspective, it is no, right? Why is
Mm. It is because yeah, they just share their love with same gender. Like it is about the is it about the interested are in interest about same, like let me give the example. Like, if I am lesbian, so I choose or I will spread our my love with same, like with same like me, like so. Is it there are a big deal about me and my partner? So we cannot memaksakan to love with other, other gender like that.
so? Do you want to say again, Serena? It is right for each other. Every people can choose he or she, ya, the rights of dia boleh gitu ya, mau lesbian boleh, mau juga boleh, itu adalah hak dari masing-masing.
Yeah.
Oke, kamu ingin mengatakan seperti itu.
Yeah. Sorry
Okay.
for the mistake that I see.
Okay, anybody agree with the Serena, or anybody have some different opinion about the Serena and friends perspective? Anybody want to add some information maybe? Jujur, kalau saya mau tanya, kalau misal ada teman kalian, mohon maaf ya, mohon maaf, yang seperti itu, apa kalian akan menjauhi?
No.
No.
Tidak.
No, actually not.
Why?
Karena mereka manusia.
Karena itu nggak mengganggu kehidupan kita, gitu loh, Sir.
Nggak merugikan juga.
Tidak merugikan juga, benar.
Because it's her choice.
It's her or his choice.
Itu bukan
Yes.
kehendak dia gitu ya. Kita nggak bisa menyalahkan dia. Poinnya di situ, maksudnya.
Iya.
Oke. Tidak bisa disalahkan. Seperti itu ya.
Ya, kecuali except mereka mengganggu kita. Ini
What the
like,
meaning of to disturbing of us?
Semisal,
yeah.
For example,
Like example, I know you are a lesbian, and then or I know you are gay, so if you just take it to yourself and your partner, no need to like, I mean, need to ask, or I mean, like, if you sorry, let me explain slowly. If the guy person, if the gay person, I mean, if the gay person like the straight person, the straight will like like that, like will maybe will scared, or we will avoid them, and then yeah, just take it the risk like that. Do not make kekacauan in the public like that.
Okay, I see. Are you agree, Ronald, with the Serena answer?
I agree, 100% agree.
Okay, 100% yes. Okay. Thank you, Serena, Tiara, Alia, Lupita, Falsa, Gevira, Anya, Natasha. You have choose a good topic, I think. Gitu ya. Topik yang bagus di dalam sebuah presentasi itu bisa membuat orang menjadi berpikir. Cara mengajar yang bagus itu bukan hanya sekedar bagaimana mengajarkan 1 kali 1 sama dengan 1, 3 kali 3 sama dengan 9, tidak. Tapi bagaimana 2 kali 3 sama dengan 7. Loh, kok bisa ya? Tuh, make them things. Make the another people thinking and giving some criticism. So, itulah mengapa tadi saya menyampaikan bagaimana teori menjawab pertanyaan. Gitu ya. Karena pertanyaan terkadang ada yang bisa dijawab, ada yang sensitif untuk dijawab, sehingga kita tidak bisa menjawab dengan jelas. Nah, tekniknya seperti itu. Gitu ya. Jadi, di dalam public speaking advance ini, gitu ya, we are not talking, kita nggak lagi bicara soal basically, gitu ya, tetapi adalah bagaimana we are to develop our capability, capacity to speaking, gitu ya, terutama dalam bahasa Inggris, dan berani melakukan pengkritisan. Itu yang sebenarnya diharapkan dari mata kuliah ini. Thank you, Serena and friends. Thank you. Kurang berapa kelompok lagi, Dika?
Sebenarnya ini kan masih baru 5 kelompok, tapi kan ini udah jam 11, Pak.
Yes.
Yang cowok kan juga pada Jumatan.
Betul.
Itu mau gimana, Pak? Mau jalan setelah Jumatan atau?
Hari ini yang khutbah siapa? Ada yang jadi Bilal? Di masjid tetangga? Ada? Ada. Kurang berapa kelompok lagi aslinya, Dika?
5 dari 13 kelompok, kurang
9-an, Sir. Ada yang baru list.
Masih banyak ternyata ya. Oke. Masih banyak ternyata, dan ini kita cuma 2 SKS, jadi memang waktunya juga harus nggak boleh lama gitu ya. Kita lanjutkan minggu depan aja ya.
Oke.
Jadi minggu depan aja. Jadi masih presentasi, masih penilaian presentasi ini. Oh iya, silahkan bagi yang di luar pulau, silakan untuk menunaikan sholat Jumat terlebih dahulu. Mohon maaf, saya lupa kalau di sini ternyata ada gabungan kelas dari MBKM kelas juga ya. Mohon maaf. Jadi ada beda waktu. Nah, inilah kita harus berlatih bijaksana untuk melihat dari banyak perspektif itu tadi. Minggu depan kita lanjutkan presentasi kita, gitu ya. Penilaian kita bagi yang sudah ya tetap tetap untuk info. Aslinya saya ingin memberikan tugas lagi sebenarnya, tapi ternyata yang presentasi masih 9, masih banyak, gitu ya. Ya udah, kita lanjutkan minggu depan. Terima kasih. Thank you for today. Thank you for your presentation. Good presentation to all of you. Thank you very much. You have prepared your presentation with well. Siapkan ya, karena tidak ada ya sesuatu yang hebat kalau tidak ada dilakukan dengan persiapan yang hebat pula. Selamat menikmati weekend ya. Happy always. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you.